Good morning or good afternoon. It is Monday, the 15th of February. Somehow we are already halfway through the month. It is Mr. Cunningham here, and we are going to go through a PowerPoint today for this week's assembly. I also want to say to our parents and our carers that there will be an announcement from the Scottish Government tomorrow. We are still not 100% aware of what's going to be said there. So rather than me saying anything at this point in time, can I ask that you watch that update tomorrow or indeed the news in the evening? And that should hopefully keep you up to date with what might be happening in regards to schools. I will put out some communication to update you on that. As you can tell from this screen, though, there is a theme to the PowerPoint today. I'm wondering if you can tell someone in the room next to you, what do you think the assembly might be about? The PowerPoint has hearts, it has roses, and it is the day after the 14th of February. What might we be looking at today? So, you might have guessed, we are looking at Valentine's Day. Now, Valentine's Day is celebrated around the world on the 14th of February. It is a traditional celebration of love and is associated with giving gifts of flowers, chocolates, cards, and other gifts. So it's a day when people show their love to another person by sending presents and messages of love. It is thought that over £503 million is spent each year on cards and gifts for St Valentine's Day in Britain alone. There are some traditions across the world for St Valentine's Day. In the United Kingdom, as I've said, we send cards and gifts to loved ones. In South Africa, women write the name of the person they love on a piece of paper and put it on a wee pin and attach it to their sleeve. And this is where the phrase to wear your heart in your sleeve comes from. In Germany, heart-shaped gingerbread biscuits are very popular. Also, people give pig figurines as a gift. Pigs are believed to be a symbol of good luck. And in South Korea, women give gifts to men on the 14th of February, and they're usually chocolate gifts. And 1 month later, on the 14th of March, men give gifts to women. There are so many myths about why we celebrate St. Valentine's Day. The most popular is based on a man named Valentine. He was a Christian priest when the Roman Emperor Claudius II was in charge. Claudius II wanted to build a strong army. He worried that married men would not want to leave their homes and families to fight in a war, and as a result, he banned men from getting married so they could concentrate on war and fighting. This law upset many people, including Valentine. It is said that he performed marriages in secret. It is also thought that Claudius II tried to make Valentine give up his Christian faith. Valentine refused and was sent to prison for helping Christians to marry in secret. The myth continues when he became a friend of the daughter of one of the jailers. It is thought he wrote her letters signed Yours, Valentine. I'm going to tell you that story again with some pictures. So, Valentine was a Roman priest who lived during the 3rd century. At the time, Rome was ruled by an emperor named Claudius. Claudius was angry because there weren't enough Roman men becoming soldiers, as nobody wanted to leave their wives and children to fight for him. He did not allow men to marry, so they had no families or wives to use as an excuse for not wanting to join the army. As Valentine was a priest, he helped the men by marrying them to their partners instead. But Claudius soon found out that Valentine had ordered for him to be arrested and imprisoned. Whilst in jail, Valentine became a teacher to the jailer's blind daughter, Julia. It is said that Valentine and Julia became great friends and that Valentine cured Julia's blindness with a miracle. On the day that Valentine died, he wrote Julia a goodbye letter and signed it, Your Valentine. He died on the 14th of February. We've already talked a little about this, but how do we celebrate Valentine's Day? During Valentine's Day, people show others that they care by sending gifts and cards. People may take their loved ones out for special treats like meals or to the cinema. That didn't happen this year, but hopefully by next year's Valentine's Day, people will be able to go out for meals and to the cinema again. Some people give each other chocolates on Valentine's Day. Some people give each other flowers on Valentine's Day. They usually send roses. Some people send Valentine's Day cards with special messages inside. So people send cards to people they love on Valentine's Day. You might have spent this weekend making a card for your mum, your dad, your granny, your grandpa, someone you live with, a carer, or a friend. Valentine's Day is all about love. And love is what families do best. I've got a wee question for you then on love and family. What do you think of when you hear the word family? There are lots of different ways of explaining what a family is, and today we're going to meet some different families and see how they are different and how the same. This is James. James lives with his mum, his dad, and his little sister. James's family like to go on bike rides together. Sarah lives with her two dads, her big brother, and her little sister. One of the family's favourite things is to go out for dinner and chat about their day. This is David. David and his little sister live with their foster parents, Nathan and Sophie. David's family love to go to the cinema and have pick and mix as a treat. Jackson lives with his mum, and one of his family's favourite things to do is go to the park to play. They often enjoy a hot chocolate from the cafe on the way home. This is Lola. Lola lives with her mum, her stepdad, and her stepbrother. They like to take their dog on long walks. Lola goes to stay with her dad at the weekend. They enjoy going swimming together. Drew lives with his grandparents. One of Drew's favourite things to do is to go with his family to the beach. They usually have a picnic, and Drew's gran often buys him ice cream. So, how are these families the same, and how are they different? James lived with his mum, dad, and sister. Sarah lives with her two dads. We have people who live with their two mums. Sarah also lived with her brother and sister. David lives with his foster parents and his sister. Jackson lived with his mum. Lola lives with her mum, stepdad, and stepbrother. Families come in all shapes and sizes. The most important thing these families have in common is that they love each other. So when I did my last assembly, I gave you a bit of a challenge. I set you 2 riddles if you were primary 1 to 3 and 2 riddles if you were primary 4 to 7. And I got loads of people telling me what the answers were and loads of people telling their teachers what the answers were. I was very impressed that most people seemed to get them right and a couple of people were close but not quite there. What I need you to do for me this week is make sure that you have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. And if you can go and get that for me now, that'll be great. You might want to pause the PowerPoint to give yourself the chance to do that. So today I'm asking you to tell me how many words you can make up from a word that is on the screen. The next screen makes it a wee bit clearer. So if you are a wee bit younger, you might want to get mums, dads, grands, carers ready so they can do this for you and with you. So how do I play? You're going to read the words and write them down. Look at the letters in the words and see how many new words you can make from them. You're going to write new words in a list for me. But remember, you can only use a letter the same number of times it appears in the words. So, here's how do I play? So here is the word whiteboard. And the question would be, see how many new words you can make from that word. So within whiteboard, whiteboard, you can see that the word white is there. Board is there. You can make up the word hide using H-I-D-E, or ride, tide, and as I click you can see the number of words that you can make using the letters from the word whiteboard. So, the challenge is you're going to have 1 minute and 1 minute only, and I'm going to have music on the background as a timer. You are going to write for me down how many smaller words you can make. So here is your challenge. How many smaller words can you make from the two words Saint Valentine? Your 1 minute begins now. Okay, your minute is up. I would like you to send a picture of how many words that you got from St. Valentine into your Google Classrooms or your Seesaw account. We're about to start round 2. Get another bit of paper ready. Okay, round 2 is about to start. How many smaller words can you make from the 4 words I love Knightswood Primary? Remember to send it in, there might be a prize. Here comes your minute. Apologies for the end there. You have no time left. So how many words did you make up from the 4 words I love Knightswood Primary? Send it in so I can see how many you and your family have managed. And as I say, there may be a certificate and a small prize for the person who's managed to get the most words. Just like our normal assemblies when we're in school, we like to highlight a few people during our Digital Stars of the Week award bit on the PowerPoint. This week was a shorter week in school, and lots of people worked so very hard. We have 6 names that have been shared with me that we are going to be sending a certificate home this week for our Digital Stars of the Week certificate. One of which goes to Lachlan in Primary 4. Well done. And we have 5 other names for this week, who are all in Primary 1. We have Gavin, Cheryl, Dylan, Lily, and Leo. So if you're one of our 6 Digital Stars of the Week this week, a certificate will be sent to you in the post during this week. So that brings us to the end of this week's assembly. Can you tell someone this week the story of St. Valentine's Day? Can you send me in your competitions and tell me how many words that you made from 4 words? But most importantly, as it is Valentine's Day and therefore Valentine's Week, Can you remember to tell the people who care for you the most just how much you love them? And remember how lucky you are to have them in your life. You could do this by writing a poem which starts with I love you more than, and then you write all the things that you really like the most and finish it, but I love you the most. So, for example, here is one about strawberry sauce. I love you more than strawberry sauce, than peaches and a plum, than chocolate hearts and cherry tarts and berry bubble gum. I love you more than lemonade and 7-layer cake, than lollipops and candy drops and thick banana shake. I love you more than marzipan and marmalade on toast, for I love pies of any size, but I love you the most. Remember to tell the people in your home that you love them. And please have a very fun, busy, and safe week. Bye bye.